whoever drops, whoever loses this series, the roster doesn't stay the same. Just how Dota, at least Pro Dota, works. But we'll have to see. I want to see this, like, I definitely didn't expect CK to be picked up. They went with Ancient Apparition route against the Morphling, which is a good counter. The question is, can you execute? In terms of stuns, you have CK stun, RP, need to be careful with the skewers. Techies with a stun.
The battle begins.
Set up for it. AA. He's in a lot of trouble here.
Glimpse back might just give up first blood, and Might turns into Is. Stormstorm. This Bat Rider getting the kill there on the Hakoda and taking out the Ancient Apparition. I know the feeling. I know the feeling all too well. Just trying to be a good sport.
Getting that first blood. Exactly what you need. Like, this is, besides Invoker, probably his best hero, I would say. He kind of was carrying the team. Previous DPC Tour 1 as well, on the wings of this hero. Does have bottle already. Starting with the flame break just to secure the kill. We're probably gonna see points with the Firefly, more points in sticking up bomb as well for some last hitting.
Some harassment top lane. Definitely feels like it could be a kill lane here for D1 Hustlers if they're able to line up the skills, right? Level 2, Skewer, Shockwave, get yourself a blast off going in with the sticky bomb. We'll have to see as level 2 for the Bat Rider ends up being that sticky bomb you're talking about.
A lot of stickies.
Very sticky in here. You know, when you step on a sticky floor and you just feel your shoes kind of, you know? That's what it feels like in this game right now.
Yeah.
Cold feet. Using both. That's good. Rare that it happens when you're able to keep these heroes controlled with cold feet early on.
You need some kind of a slow, some kind of a stun. Putting a point in reality risk, Chet. Very low on HP. Got Naomi to get out of the trouble. That another shot needs to be extremely careful in this lane. One step too close and he's gonna die. Watson doesn't have pay for him.
Shockwave, sticky bomb.
Still gonna survive through all that harassment.
Surviving for now and shifting. Looking for the sticky bomb. Ooh. Downtown. Ooh, Fishman now. Shockwave, Stewart, Glimpse. That's going to be back under the tower. Fishman's going to die here to Theocore. Adaptive Strike. Watson now chases after the Techies, who will fall to Fishman at the end of the day.
Good trade for MVP. Morphling getting some solo XP. Fishman getting the kill.
Searing Chains, the sticky napalm, the burn, and Stormstormer.
Fairy Fire available. Didn't pop it. He thought that it's not going to make a difference.
Medic field and Theocore throws a sticky bomb over, and they're going to get a kill here on the Magnus entity. Already 1,000 net worth ahead, and lane's kind of crumbling for the side of D1 Hustlers.
That's why I said it's a good trade. And Chad also in trouble.
Yeah, he's dead, and we'll get Hakoda too. Toby freezes over, but it's not going to matter. They blast off on a Watson top. There's nothing to follow that up. Giving him a healing Lotus, and just kills on kills right now.
Under attack.
The Llama
Dire structures
knows how to count
are
up.
fortified.
Counting to the point where he doesn't get sent back to base.
Stormstormer, look at how
so
aggressive he's playing. An apparition will TP.
Oh, no.
This is AA. Gotta cancel it in the end with almost no HP and no mana whatsoever, so it couldn't even help him out. Face to refill his bottle. He doesn't even have a bottle at the moment playing into this matchup. We want to look for boots instead. Lanes are crumbling for D1 Hustlers. CK, not a hero that catches up fat. Like, he doesn't have this insane farming field. He's not Sven Terrorblade. He needs to be in the lane. This hero just doesn't jungle. Also, his Chaos Strike got heavily nerfed in 7.33. Critical lifesteal from creep now reduced.
Fun. Anything less by 50% feels really bad. Theocore just having a little bit of a back and forth fight. He does real damage these days, but not enough to get a kill. Sticky Bomb, and still kind of sticking around here over mid. So is Fishman, and we'll see if maybe one of these heroes can get a kill on each other. Stormstormer and Xantic looking mid, and we'll blast off onto the TPing out Fishman. Sticky Bomb, the right clicks. Maybe Theo Court doesn't want to commit to this, and there's the Glimpse off to the side. Maybe he'd want to go. It looked like a kill for sure. Xantic now, again, Stormstormer just playing so aggressive under the tower. The Sticky Nade Bomb stacking up 4 times, 5 times. And it's the 5 times Sticky Nade Bombs Ember that's going to die here. Stormstormer died.
He's level 6.5, Ember Spirit level 5, so with 6-minute rune, he could go potentially for another kill. Halfway through his routes of travel into BKB this time around. Stormstormer, like, he had some, I would say, bad performances because he set the bar pretty high for himself. He was the mid laner that was kind of carrying Entity, I would say. It was, if he's having a bad time, Entity did struggle in a lot of their games, but had not the easiest score, I would say. And now, dominating this matchup. Yeah, also forcing Techies to get close, which is not going to do anything. He needs a support to be able to secure the rune.
Kind of rough for Xantic. Just 5 stacks of Napalm making things very, very tough. Concussive shot and an Arcane Bolt. Coda on the run now. They've got 3 heroes around. Sticky Bomb and Sleight of Fist Searing Chains, while Dalai Lama is going to end up dead. Kotomi is going to die before he freezes over. They finally double up the kill score, but it does cost them. Dalai Lama over top.
Invisibility!
Lanes are bleeding too much for D1 Hustlers. Not sure how you're going to be able to fix this because, like, mid's not going well, so you need to fix the mid lane. Then they make a rotation on the top lane. Suddenly you see Fishman on this mid lane trying to get a kill on level 5 Ember Spirit. And dies in the end.
Yeah, Hero Core getting the kill, and they've got the Flame Break, but now Cold Feet Searing Chains. There's the turnaround on the Stormstormer that they wanted. They get that kill. They look over for the Skywrath Mage. All of a sudden, D1 Hustlers.
Ooh, he was thinking. Stormstormer was like, do I go in? But I also want to get my bottle refilled. Got his bottle refilled in the end. Wish granted. The
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Toby, as soon as he hits that level 6, opens up the kill on DK with just 1 rotation. Probably gonna be Katomi moving to the bottom lane in that flow with 1 concussive, 1 blood grenade, shoots to grant him a kill. Stormstormer's here actually.
Smoking and looking
Solo
for
smoke.
bad.
Nothing back.
They've got a TP coming in. 2-second stun and Flame Break, yeah, but there's the Reality Rift into the lasso. Cold Feet freezing over. Fishman's here. They're chasing Shad. They want the vision to get this glimpse back. Toby's also going to lose his courier while they're chasing on this. Axe is thrown again. Shad throws a stun, knowing that he's dead. Do get that kill. And these supports on the side of D1 Hustlers can't really help out. Flame Break, Lens, and well, Primal Roar was used. The old core is going to die.
Stormstormer making his life painful. Much he can do about this one.
Yeah, Hakoda's going to die as well. All of a sudden, it's really just stacking up. This is becoming a big problem. D1 Hustler's already down 4,000 net worth.
Which my matriarch will prize.
This is also going to open up the tower.
Radiant's bottom
CK,
tower
he's
is
going to
under
run
attack.
to the lane. Doesn't want to TP there because he could die immediately if supports are not there. Also, there's a big difference with Ancient Apparition brings to the table when he's level 5 and when he's level 6. He needs to get that level 6 somehow.
Already 10-4. Stormstormer just getting those boots of travel. Bounce. Woke up here on the side of D1 players, but
Radiant's
they
bottom
shouldn't. They
tower
could get a couple
is
of
under
kills here.
attack.
Searing Chains, Cold Feet. Maybe they could get it going. Down this much already, it feels a little bit of an issue.
Radiant are
They're not going to
scanning.
find this Beastmaster.
It's underneath the Observer Ward, so Dakota will de-ward it. They wanted to get the kill on Ancient Apparition, so he gets that level 6.
Radiant's middle
On
tower is
Watson,
under
before
attack.
that, they can't really do much.
Dabalama.
is available, but beacons are coming in.
He has the mana for RP. That's a 2-man RP, but everybody's here for the side of Entity. Mystic Flare is down. Zybalama ends up dead. They blast off both. That's going to be Stormstormer freezing over. Sleight of Fist is in, but it's Antic with a blood grenade, and he is looking to slice and survive. Go and have Watson now behind the tier 1 tower. It doesn't matter. Xantic ends up dead. They've got the guns back on Theo Core. This is looking like both Dakota as well as Theo Core are going to die. Stormstormer, though, going to... Instead, he's looking to go bottom while they'll continue to get the kill on the Theo Core. They look over bottom. They've got the lasso. Shad's going to die. Stormstormer in between two heroes on the side of D1 Hustlers. I'll TP bottom. It's fine. I'll get a lasso. I'll get a kill onto CK. That is watching the map intent.
How do they fix this? It's just too many kills given away early on. Ancient Apparition still level 5. Like we've all experienced this. Techies as well level 5. While you have Disruptor level 6, so he can be going for these kills with Static Storm. And goes for Skyrim Mage. Oof, they need to recover in the jungle somehow, but Ember, they've been playing really well with the Xanthix Ember Spirit in the previous game. This time around having a much more difficult game. This Maelstrom wants to be able to scale. If he dies one more time, I think you need to change your item build. You might need to go for a BKB, but then again, are playing it Roar into Lasso, so this will not be the protection. I'm just thinking because you do have Empower to play with, so there's going to be damage. This is your like farming tool as well. Playing into Skyrim Mage, 2 points in Ancient Seal, and here it comes. They're just going to clean up every single time they catch a bit of vision on one hero. It immediately dies.
Yeah, it's going to be a big issue that D1 Hustlers are going to eventually have to deal with, if not just, well, not deal with it and lose this game quickly, because the net worth is spiraling out of control. Top of the net worth, all three at the top right now are all Entity heroes. Toby's been untouched over bottom. He's 3-0-2 and going for that. Vlad's eventually the Helm of the Overlord.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Xantic wants a Maelstrom. Got that Orb of Corrosion. You're not even level 6 on Hakoda yet. Like, things are just going so poorly for D1 up.
Hakoda has been level 5 for good 3-4 minutes. Can't find an opening. They can't get a kill. So right now he's kind of XP to find.
Sick. At least for now. Finally hitting that level 6, so he does have those proximity mines to start farming with, or putting down to hurt his heroes if they go in.
Radiant's bottom
saw
tower
TK,
is
and
under
I feel
attack.
like he's my big example on this, on being able to use that blast off, drop down 3 mines, and do quite a bit of damage when they've got the combo going on. Doesn't look like D1 Hustlers are interested in fighting anytime soon.
The Entity with the smoke. Look for kills again. Shield Rune available on Stormstormer. We'll pop it off immediately. 700, almost 800
Radiant's
HP.
top tower is under attack.
Remember, Lasso, easy kill. Stormstormer's got another one. He said he's working with the Shield Rune here. Has so much health.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
D1
attack.
Hustlers have to get out of here.
He's also the type of a player that
Radiant's
wants to join
bottom
some of
tower
these
has
earlier
fallen.
fights. Goes for the twin gates. If the team is also making a move, he will gladly join them. And also, so many good targets. First Spirit, Searing Chains maxed out. They control them as well. They do have a decent amount of control, but still, there's going to be some extra. You turn into CK with Aghanim Scepter. Later on, stealing his stats. Turn into Magnus, have Empower for yourself. Deal 400 damage per hit. Things are looking really good for him.
So D1 Hustlers, they were smoked up. They were trying to get maybe a Searing Chains into an Ice Blast Cold Feet combo to get a kill. They don't find anybody though.
Dire's top tower is under
Now they'll
attack.
start to attack this tier 1 tower top,
Dire's
but
structures are fortified.
lift up. Maybe Entity can take
Radiant
access.
are scanning.
Actually gonna go over mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top
Mines
tower
exploding,
is
not
under
doing a
attack.
lot of damage. They've got the glimpse into the kinetic field. There's the Ancient Seal, so no blast off. Another kill here onto the Techies. His mine's not really doing much damage to them, and they don't really care that they've hit a couple. There's the remnant in Searing Chains, Ice Blast, Stormstormer. He'll die here. That's the combo they were looking for. But the Ancient Seal, the Mystic Force, the damage with the Arcane Bolt, they get the Kono and Xantic. They turn it around with the support. They form over. Hakoda stayed too long. They've got the play to pull him back, and Ancient Apparition's going to die as well.
Under attack.
Phylactery on Kataomi, Ancient Steel,
Radiant's middle
6-second
tower
duration. Ember Spirit is going to
Dire's top
suffer.
tower is under
Like, he
attack.
does have Metro Hammer. I'm really glad that he
Radiant's
bought
middle
Metro
tower
instead of
is under attack.
Javelin on Ember, because he can still turn it into BKB. Tries like one more time. They're playing into a lot of magic damage. Glimpses could really hurt one Ancient Steel. He's got to be enough to kill you.
You can see how quickly the supports can get that kill.
Double
Really,
damage.
just how quickly Skywrath Mage can get that kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Early Phylactery.
Level 10 almost on Skywrath
Yeah.
Mage.
He's got almost as much farm as Xantic does, too. That's how bad the game is going at the moment.
Magnus in this game thinks Blink Dagger is the way to start the fight. And I kind of agree with it. I don't think you can afford to go Echo Saber, Harpoon, just
Right.
farm it up.
don't wanna be
Lanes are
grabbing soul
not doing
targets,
as
right?
hot. Sick RP on Watson. AA Blast is very
Radiant's
close.
top tower is under attack.
Might be the
Dire's
third
middle
hero here
tower
as well.
is under attack.
Yeah, you're gonna want that extra bit of damage. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to kill off this Morphling, but they've got some help here as Watson, he's nearby with Fishman and Kataomi. Taking a jump if you're the side of T1 Hustlers feels kind of ill-advised. Already, minutes in the game, 10,000 net worth lead for Entity, who are going in a Roche. So a 16-minute Roche. And maybe there's a reaction here from D1 Hustlers. They give that blink into an RP, but they've scanned, they're checking, and they know that, well, at least for the moment, nobody's coming because the scan doesn't connect. But with that over there,
Gonna go for a different.
Shaman has fallen to the
Maybe
dead.
find Stormstormer, but Stormstormer BKB is available if he gets it before Mag initiates with RP. Let's see, he could be able to survive at this point.
Attuned.
Ice
Dire's
Blast
middle tower
and
is under
another kill on a
attack.
Stormstormer.
Radiant's top tower
Biggest issue
is
right
under
now is,
attack.
yeah, you're killing Stormstormer, but he's not your biggest threat,
Radiant's
nor will
top
he
tower
be as this
is
game
falling.
goes on. You've got Watson building an Axe, and once he picks that up, I think it's off the races for him. With this Aegis, he's gonna certainly secure some farm and make sure that he gets there. Mystic Flare dropped down again,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
but not getting that kill onto the Ancient Apparition just yet. Put
Dire's
the backs
middle
off.
tower
The
is
Ice
under
Blasts have
attack.
been alright. You're gonna glimpse back kill the core, but not quite having the extra control to get that kill.
Ice Blasts have been on point because he only used 2 or 3
Radiant's
so
top
far.
tower is under attack.
17 minutes into the game, it's
Dire's
not enough,
bottom tower
especially when you
is under
play against
attack.
hero like Morphling. So Entity does have this big timing now with Helm of the Overlord Street, Mantis style
Radiant's
Morphling.
top tower
Can't
is
really
fallen.
defend towers, so Entity can move across the map,
Dire's
kill
middle
all
tower
tier 2
is under
towers
attack.
without too many casualties.
All the while that CK tried to farm. Farm went Echo Saver, BKB next, like similar position to Wraith Boots are. So it's not going to feel like it's enough.
They know something is up. Mines are being picked up. There were like 4 or 5 mines getting
Radiant's
off
middle
in the last
tower
couple
is
of
under
seconds.
attack.
Stormstormer
Scanning.
keeps in aggressively in front of the only core. Maybe going for a kill. Look at how aggressive Entity is at the moment. Down this Observer Ward, which is gonna... This Observer Ward's gonna get them at least kills.
With where D1 Hustlers have
Radiant's
to farm,
bottom
yeah, I think
tower
you're right.
is under
They
attack.
have to be in this outer ring for a majority of the farm that they're looking for, and if it catches 1 hero, I think you're more than paid off. That free
Dire's
ward.
courier has been killed.
Use
Radiant's
courier,
bottom
so
tower has
vision
fallen.
and a token dying out, and they're already looking to push the high ground. They want to go in.
You guys don't want to go inside the
Radiant's
we'll
bottom
go for the
tower
high
is under
ground.
attack.
They do have Ancient Thunderhide
Radiant
and
structures
Salad
are
Watson.
fortified.
Horse View is a cliff.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Got a hawk up here, looking to scout some vision out. As Bat Rider doesn't have a blink dagger, but
It's coming on the courier.
yeah, it's on its way. They can wait it out if they really want to. They've got the Thunderhide. They can push this creep wave in. They'll try to clear it up with just the supports who are holding onto this bottom tier 3 in the center rack and hope that their force can get a little bit of farm. But it seems like a bit of a pipe dream here. They're still working with this Aegis. That'll draw him in. They'll get that.
Radiant's bottom
Time to get more.
tower is under attack.
Over Ice Blast RP, and they got it. Watson. They didn't even try to help. They just TP'd out.
Power of Magnus. Go for the skewer, kill them off instantly, take Aegis off, and then the Divine Llama lands a really nice RP. Doesn't get the chance to use Waveform. And AA Blast hits. AA Blasts have been on point. Just that you don't see much fighting.
Yeah. Nothing really too long range though, right? Like it's just been. Oh, he's right here. It's hard to miss when it's point blank. Lasso. And the concussive shot. Ancient Seal with a Mystic Flare. Stormer gets credit for the kill on a Theo Core. We're so good there.
And wait it out until next Roshan respawns. In the meantime, can go for Tormentor, and now Watson picks up the XP rune. We'll push him closer to that 15. Extra morph
A
duration.
gift from the tempest of battle.
With that act, it's gonna be pretty damn good. As we already discussed, there are so many good targets he can turn into, but most likely gonna be turning into CK. Steal his stats. Magnus stats not the most important stats to be stolen. If he feels that he needs to be
Dire are
dealing
scanning.
more damage, then Magnus is gonna be his choice.
Ice Blast shard upgrade.
That's a good one, especially when you have full heat matched out. It's only for half of the duration. 60%, okay. It's not half, but still good.
Yeah, so about like 1.5 seconds. 1.5-ish, 6-ish. Something like that. Yeah, 60. All of a sudden, not all of a sudden, a little bit over time. They're pulling down the entity net worth. It was a little bit higher. Now it's starting to come back down. And D1 Hustler is kind of farmed back into this game. Truthfully, Shad's got a good amount of farm. And Ember's getting back there with this Maelstrom.
Considering Shad is 0, 3, and 1, this lane didn't go too well for them. He managed to catch up, farming with Ember. BKB is now available, bringing in another Ogre Act to have that explosive damage. Maybe they can catch Morphling one more time with RP. This is relatively, I would say, hard lineup to execute from D1 Hustlers. You miss RP, you miss Blast, you lose team fight. There's no way you're winning. There's an early gem picking up. Be Xantic holding it. Or bought it this time around. Wants to kill the Hawk. Better jump. See, smoke. They're gonna be able to find anything.
Chad looking for a blink dagger, by the way, and a shard. Heroes are over bottom. You know that they could get this kill with the Ice Blast if gotten the number. Didn't exactly need Shad if it's a one pick off, but entities sticking together and they're going to smoke up as well.
Attack.
So Philly Stone for the Ancient Apparition, who is building a Blink dagger. Interesting.
You talked about point blank. If you're close enough, you can't miss it. So maybe he wants to keep the distance, just play with Magnus. Not sure if he wants to do it, but if he wants to like cast it instantly, blink in, Ice Blast, stop the Morphling.
No, it's got the shard. You're getting that extra hit, right? Like,
Yeah,
you don't
extra
mind being in
stun.
there. an Ancient Apparition, you kind of understand, like, hey, I don't have a lot of life, I don't have a lot of armor, I'm probably going to die, but if I get a nice blast off, that gives me some cold feed. Maybe the control is there where the rest of my team can handle the rest. Mine's starting to explode.
Radiant's bottom
Entity,
tower
they
is
are
under attack.
in deep. They in too deep. Trying to keep this advantage.
41 reference if I ever heard one.
Tired band. Minute on this rotary swamp. I could see D1 Hustlers with the way they're playing. If they get a pick off, like, find yourself right into the Roche pit, like, it'd be nice. A lot of TPs towards top. Whoa. Entity. Power Ranger TPs to the top.
Roshan.
Yeah.
On Dire's side. Nighttime. Going through the gates. See, Dakota trying to set up some vision here. See, the only thing he's gonna find is Dino, and maybe he's dead. Catch Flex on him.
Linked in and Skewer. Static Storm committed. Got the last one on the Ancient Apparition. And he's gonna survive for a little bit longer. He doesn't have buyback, so once he gets an ice blast off, he's gotta do it now, and that's gonna be able to Skywrath meet. You got Dylan Dive as well as Dakota. Looking over, so take out Kateomi. This is Shad on the back line with BPP. Picking it up by Atlantic. Manta blast off. The control isn't enough. Watson with a wait for him away. They got themselves a kinetic killed up. Turns into the CK, throws a Chaos Bolt, 2 seconds on onto Atlantic. He'll drop the gem. They focus their attention on Theo Agor. Also doing a 4th hit on D1 Hustler. They almost had a good fight, but almost only counting in horseshoes and hand grenades and not in the game of Dota 2.
Yeah, Ancient Apparition, this was a very risky move from Dakota. Going there to Grand Vision. You're playing against Beastmaster. He clips Watson. Watson would have died if he had another second, maybe 2 of that ice blast duration. But he turns into CK, and CK is just like not a hero. He has minus 20% stats, minus 40% stat resistance, so all of these are gonna last long enough. You don't have enough damage to come in, and now Morphling holding on to Aegis, does have cheese available that he passed on to Beastmaster. That's why I said it's very difficult to execute. If you misuse your Ice Blast, this is the target that they're going to be looking to kill. It's the only hero that Watson is afraid of. Doesn't care too much about this chip damage, right click from CK, Magnus, or Ember Spirit.
They're going to go and get Xantic. Remnant away. Just barely. Storm passed over a gem.
Radiant are scanning.
Holding one, and you can see he's like nearby. He's looking for a Blink Dagger too. Master getting those Ags, the drums of Sawn, the Mystic Flare, the Arcane Bolts will hit, and they'll salve him up. Look at that. A little bit of health he gets back with that salve. Gonna get a Lotus Orb out on this Techies, but not farming nearly as well as we've seen Techies in the past games farm.
Is under attack.
Not a lot of places for him to go, especially when the cores are trying to be the ones who are getting a comeback at some point in terms of their net worth.
He's trying to get some farm, take the outpost, take a deep into it, get some buybacks.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's gonna be pretty much one job for Stormstormer. Try to find this Ancient Apparition, take him out every single time. Usually you want to take out some higher priority targets, some kind of a core hero.
DKB, Sleight of Fist searing chains, but the rest of the entities coming over. He was looking for a high five, but you played yourself.
Dire's bottom
Said
tower
Xantic
is
dying
under
again.
attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Right up onto the high ground. Well, this is 40 seconds without the Ember,
Dire's
right?
bottom tower is under attack.
No buyback available on him. Let's see if Watson's going to be more careful this time around. Ancient Apparition again. He's pinging it out.
2-second stun.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Limbs now on the Panic Field doesn't get up in time. They've got the Reality Rift. Now they control of Watson. Cold Feed, Reality Rift, DKB, and they're steering them back into the base. Watson now with not a lot of mana to play with. They got the tier 3 tower dead up top.
Ancient Apparition, though, if he misuses that Ice Blast,
They just
Center
go.
Barracks is gone. Might even lose a tier 2 tower on top of it. So, you need to get it.
This sword not enough, and now well, yep, there's that Ice Blast. It doesn't really do anything.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks.
So 6-second cooldown on Ice Blast. Mid lane, at least it's pushing in. There's a couple of mines in the base, but it looks like it's not enough. Entity still wants to take a fight. Shad sending out the illusion on the mid lane to push it even further away.
Can't find any openings.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like you said, once they use that Ice Blast and don't land it on anything, they're not going to get much more out of the fight. They desperately need that Ice Blast. Really feeling like the only way they're able to kill off this Morphling. Mentioned he had the Aegis, so killing the ones with Ice Blast may not even have been enough. Watson's chasing, they're looking for this Ember. And Xantix, started for the Searing Chains, a TP attempt. He's in the trees, the axes, and just escapes.
Watson knew exactly where he's going to try to TP from. Already used his remnants, had one not of cooldown. Dangerous territory.
Illusion!
See a bait with illusion. Stormstormer just picked up. Pretending that like, I'm so stupid. I don't know how fog works, but for a couple of seconds, let's see. Now the mines are gonna die.
Oh no. All these mines getting exploded by not heroes. RP though, Lasso to turn that around. They're gonna bring Shad in. They're trying to get the Kona Watson. They're dropping down to 17. They've got the Silver Silence on there with BKB being popped. A lot of these heroes on the side of G1 Hustlers. Oh, back up to doing fire.
Soda keeps trying to time it.
And can they get it right? They're already got the kill on Shad though. That's a big issue.
They got it, man.
Yeah, they're gonna get the kill on the Watson. They'll take him out in 70 seconds. No buyback. Now Shad. They're able to hold this off a little bit. Searing Chains, the silence, the seal getting reflected back on Kataomi, but they've got the control to get the Kono and Xantic even without their Morphling.
One moment, Watson was like, "Oh man, I screwed up. I can't see him," and he knew that Aegis is gonna run out, so didn't commit. But Dota holding on to Ice Blast for a very long time, manages land it. They do get a kill. Yeah, they're
Radiant's
gonna
bottom
lose.
tower has
Probably
fallen.
another set of barracks unless buybacks come in, and Ember will be the one who's forced to use it. It's pretty chill now for Entity. They can take another fight, but we'll need to kill Ancient Apparition. Dota will keep the distance with Blink Dagger Force Staff. He has one job, get it on Morphling. Don't ever use it on anything else.
Yep.
Dire are scanning.
Now it's level 2. It's got a little bit of a shorter cooldown. And he's got himself a quickening charm. So 45 seconds instead of the 60 that it was. So what can you do? Hold on to this. Give one. Pray, hope.
I send the thoughts and prayers their way because it seems like they need it. They desperately need it. Nobody's having a blast with the Beastmaster has Crimson Guard, 5 drums going into BKB next. Has 4 massive items at the moment. And BKB already popped.
Wow, Lasso. Oh no. Turn around, Arcade Blink gets turned around. They get the cold feed. They've got the blast off. They get the kill on the Kataomi, and now they're going to TP in this Beastmaster. Toby going to go and fight. He's just going to look at the corner and be there just in case they need him. Getting a kill on the Skywrath Mage.
Nice play there from Stormstormer. Blink on top of Remnant quickly gets the lasso, but they did lack damage, and Lotus Orb comes in. Then you don't have that silence. Still, holding the high ground against Techies. Mag on the team. Gotta be careful. I've seen them use the first Aegis not very effectively, so Entity will wait it out, wait for this third Roshan.
D1 Hustlers can some way get their hands on that. Crazy.
He's got the shard for free, always feels nice. Some extra damage on that reactive taser.
They potentially go for the other one. 2 minutes on Roche. Pretty long. An opportunity for Ancient Apparition to get some more levels if you can get to this level 3 on the Ice Blast. That quickly, but having a short cooldown and getting that Shatter Health threshold higher. Just kind of hoping, right?
For now, keeping a buyback available, bought the gem. We'll have buyback at 70 gold.
Radiant
They don't know about Roche respawn. It's gonna be Entity again with Conk inside the pit on Dire's side, so forcing D1 Hustlers to make a move.
They're going up and around. Can they sneak this all the way?
Let's see who gets a better initiation here. Watson hiding until Ancient Apparition shows, and he's gonna join a fight. Pop his BKB, turn into CK, steal his stats.
Where he's at. He doesn't want to put himself into danger at all, like you
Chad,
said.
he got protection. Lincoln's here this time is available.
Find the vision on anybody.
A tool to teach.
Hobbs sees them. Reactive taser, trying to take up some vision. Will do just that. He's got the Lotus Orb. The Static Storm is down with the Flame Break hitting onto the Techies. His Techies don't really want to be going for at the moment. Get the kill on the Theocore. Doesn't have buyback. There's a gem on the deck. Lasso hits the Magnus. They've got the silence for the damage. Mystic Flare, that's a second. They don't have buyback on that mag either. And BKB to TP out. And that is not what you want as D1 Hustlers. You were trying to find yourself the right positioning to go and get Roche, and instead you lose 2 heroes.
Now look at that positioning from Dakota. He's in the corner of the map, trying to land some really sneaky Ice Blast. Watson didn't show in the previous fight at all. Like, he checked the recap, he dealt 0 damage until they saw Ancient Apparition. It's like, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
So this Roche now belongs to Entity.
Or does it? Dakota.
As soon as CK use his illusions, they're like, did his job.
Okay, he did it.
They can't land the Ice Blast Morphling anymore, and again, holding the Aegis. There is Cheese, Refresher, Batrider holding onto Refresher. 3% looking for another kill.
Dota plus. Flame Break, Lasso, BKB. It's just Stormer for now, but have some help soon.
Dire are scanning.
Scan, Flame Break, forward, another Flame Break, blast off. Not a lot of mana. Proximity mines are down. Those will explode, but not do anything. Primal Roar is used, and that will be a dead Steel Core.
Watson turns to the back. Do all what he can do with Magnus.
RP? No.
Radiant's bottom
How much
barracks are
damage
under
does he have?
attack.
Over 600 damage
Scout
when in
ratings are
Magnus
going
mode
up
with
crazy.
Empower.
Turning into Wumbo. Skewer. Now it's full. Full speed. Reality Rift. There's the BKB. So Watt's going to go the other way. The Static Storm's going to be placed down for some zoning. Got a Lasso. It's on the Ember Spirit. They're going to throw it down a lot. Let's look at the Magnus. He's got buyback for the chances falls, and he's only got 70 seconds.
Damage has already been done. I got flashbacks from first Aegis usage, same spot where he got skewered into. Watson had BKB available, pops it, still holding the
Radiant's
Aegis for
middle
3
tower
minutes.
is under attack.
Feels like this game is getting out of control. Unless they land like 4-man
Radiant's middle
RP
tower
in the Ice Blast into Techies stun. I don't see them winning this fight.
Minute of RP for 55 seconds.
Well, you better get it somehow.
Sell all your items for pressure. Sure, maybe this time.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Manta.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Anyway, 2 or 3 down.
Radiant's
Cracks are
middle
next.
barracks are under attack.
Ancient Seal. Can they get him this time? Yes, they can. One of the tier 4 towers. Ice blast and well, they hit it. They don't kill him. The waveform, static storm. There's Shad, Mystic Flare. There they go. They get the kill with CK. He's got buyback. The Mega Creep secured for the side of Entity.
It's time to close it out. RP is going to be available in 5 seconds, so you don't necessarily need to commit heavily, but slowly poke from the distance. Watson, he's still very afraid of this Ice Blast.
Well, it's on cooldown for another 19 seconds. They go in. Fishman ends up dead. That did snap, but he's up into the high ground away from the team. The waypoint around to the backline looks for the Magnus. Lane break. Moving it out a little bit because this fight is happening in 2 separate spots. They've got the lasso on a Shad. He just fought back. He's going to end up dead. He's dead for 105 seconds. RP is empty. So slowly, Ice on a Watson. They've got the gold speed, and now look at the kill. He's got buyback, and it doesn't really matter when you've already lost Abelama as well as Shad. Roots of travel, come back in. They've got the glimpse. They'll have the damage to get the kill there on the field. Core where Watson is. He's already back on the tier 4 tower. Except for Gary James. They don't have an RP. They don't have an Ice Blast. Go once again. Both feet on the backline. That's going to wear out. He's got to get away. The stack going to be right on top of the Ember. He's going to front over. That's going to be reflected with the load. They'll bring it back with the clip. It's just his dead body. As Watson gets the kill there onto his hands. He's going to buy back. Tier 4s are starting to drop. They get the first one. There's the blast off on a Fishman. He's low. He'll die to kill a core. They've got him dead for 100 seconds. Getting it done a little bit as they take out the Disruptor, but can they get more done? They keep themselves something out of this. Throne is exposed. The creeps are coming in. The Mega Creeps, there's no rack standing here for the side of D1 hustlers. They're trying to hustle their way to keep their D1 spot. But they got the Ice Blast. The Code's going to end up dead. The creeps are in. The Throne explodes. And Entity will send it back down to D2 hustle as they take the series 2-1.